Are we live? Hello. God, I am very white in this. Oh God. Hello, everyone. I've made it, and I think I was on time as well. I think. God, I am. Wow, what is up with this camera? God Almighty, I'm so white. Ugh. Bear with me 2 seconds. Professional streamer. I think. That's probably a bit better. Okay. I mean, maybe not. We'll deal with it. So, hello and greetings to the stream. It's been a while. Geez. How are we all? So I said this weekend I said I'd make a comeback, and yeah, here we are. I've totally forgotten how like the whole YouTube thing works regarding the streaming and everything. It's just so intimidating looking at that control panel on the thing here. Good God. So we finally made it. And we have some questions already. Jeez, okay. You were hanging about. Hi Gordis, do you go out much? Says Norman Brown. I've been making a habit of going out much in the past few months. Yeah, geez, I think since the last stream on here, which would have been, I'm going to say about October or November, I think. I think since then I've gone out a good few times. Went out in January in London for a few nights. Went out three nights on that trip. And then did Leeds first Friday in April. And then stuff happened that I had to stay in England for a number of weeks. So I went out another few times there. So I think in that trip alone, I went out maybe 3 or 4 times. And then I did Leeds then last Friday, which was just the one on that trip. So yeah, it's been pretty good. I've really enjoyed it. I'm so addicted to the nights out. It's absolutely like my go-to. Like it's just all I ever wanted from the dressing up is just to go out and be social and just really enjoy it. And so yeah, any opportunity I get, I go out and have a whale of a time. And all my nights out have been really good. I've really enjoyed them. So here's to more, and more there will be. I think it was what was there was no negative well, no, I lie. Since we've got out this year, I have had a negative experience, which I mean, I'm not going to let it fester or anything, but I think it's good to kind of talk about it in case on the off chance that there's people who are wanting to go out. It's not going to be 100% positive. And the negative is, right, you will get like maybe a smart comment or something like that. Now, that's all mine have been. In terms of negative, that's all they've been. There's been no physical confrontations or anything like that. Touch wood, because the desk is made of wood. Touch wood. And yeah, so I'll take words over anything physical. But yeah, last Friday there was a comment by some lad on a bicycle. He was going by and he says, "Oh, that's a bloke." I was like, "Yeah," but almost immediately there was some guy walking towards me, and he says, "No, you're beautiful." So it kind of neutralized that. Like, but I remember there was another comment when I was out in England in April, and similar lines to that. Like, it's like, "Oh, you're a bloke," or "tranny," and all that. Like, so it will happen, but like on both occasions, I had a great night out, and that I didn't think about those comments until I just thought about there. Yeah, so there is that. So no, we've been getting out a lot, and I've really enjoyed it. And if anybody is on the fence about going out, I would absolutely recommend just get out there and just do it, because you'll regret not doing it. Because my biggest regret is not doing this when I was in my 20s. So, what can you do? What can you do? Hello from Germany, Michelle. Yes, greetings from Ireland. A very very sunny Ireland today. It was yeah, it's rather nice. You'll never find me complaining about warm, decent weather. A lot of us Irish like to complain about the warm, decent weather. I'm not one of those people. I embrace it, because we've enough months where it's absolutely like not nice. Enough months of that Ramesh. I'm trying not to swear on this. Norman, good God, you're beautiful. Well, thank you very much, Norman. I'm trying my best. Although I don't like the light on this. I don't know. It looked much better on the camera on the phone, but that's just me. We'll just have to deal with. John Murphy, do you think you might head out with? We don't mention those two on this in these parts. Next. I would rather not go into it. With respect. Carlo Balzer. Hi, Michelle. Looking amazing. Thank you, Carlo, and welcome aboard. Welcome everybody as well to the stream. It's not like Instagram where I don't see who pops in or anything like that. I only know if you're here if I drop in a comment. It's not coming up with like anything like XXX joined or whatever. So apologies if I don't welcome you to the stream. I just don't see the names coming up. There probably is a thing where you can do that, but I haven't seen it. So Mike Riggs. Hello, Michelle. My question is, when was your first episode on your YouTube channel? It depends, Mike, what you class as a. Depends on what you class as an episode. If it's a live stream, I think the live one we did. Oh, when was the first one? You have me stumped there. I think the live stream would have been what, maybe July, August time last summer. I think for the live. First video I ever uploaded was in February of 23. So what's that, a year and a bit? So, and I have to say it's been really good. It's been I'm really positive on this. So, I've really enjoyed it, and long may it continue. I mean, it's kind of given me a new lease of life anyway with the dressing, the whole kind of YouTube thing, because the Instagram, like while you can do reels on it and everything, but it's mainly just the photos. Whereas with YouTube, like you can't really do photos on YouTube, can you? So it's given me a new kind of sense of purpose with my dressing as well, just to kind of put myself in video format, and it's a new audience as well. There's a lot. It's definitely a big of. Sorry, I just thought about this coming. So it's definitely given me a new lease of life to just kind of like practice my walk, practice my mannerisms, the voice. I mean, there's just so much work needed to be done with the voice. So yeah. The voice. I always get hooked up with the voice. I don't know. Some people say, "Oh, it's great." I just don't think so. So where is it? Where did I leave? What is your favorite team in the European Football Championship? There's only one team for me in this European Championship, and that is Georgia. I'll give my reason. All right, my reason is their food is amazing. Yeah, the food is amazing. Honestly, if you've never done or never tried Georgian food, you have to do it. Like kinkali are like these delicacy. It's like a pastry dumpling with like you can have like meats, gravies, everything in it, and it's covered in this like doughy pasty. Oh, and then you bite the bottom of it, you suck out the pause. You suck out the juice of the meat and everything, and then you just yeah. Oh, it's great. What's the other one? Khachapuri as well. Khachapur. Oh, I can never pronounce it, but it's like this bread, usually in like a something like that kind of shape, with a bit of egg in the middle, and it's just oh. I was just won over by the country's food. It doesn't usually happen, but you know. So King Kali, I've definitely nailed that. It's called King Kali, and then Khachapuri, I think it's called, is the main one. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm following Georgia and the Euros. Their food, and I'm a fully paid member of the Kubica Kvaratskhelia fan club. You're an OG if you know who he is. He's like their best player, and yeah, plays for Napoli. Yeah, solid choice. He's going to cook at this tournament. But yeah, I digress. Um, so which countries are you planning to go to this year? Says Simon Stevens. I'm planning on heading away in July. Haven't fully decided where, but it definitely will be countries that I haven't done in Europe. So I'm kind of caught between doing maybe Albania, Montenegro, Bosnia. I'll definitely be doing those three. I was supposed to do Moldova in April, but obviously I lost my passport and couldn't make that trip. So that will probably be done at some stage. It's probably a bit out on this one. I do want to finish off the Balkans, and those three will be finishing it off. So Albania, Montenegro, Bosnia will be done. And then maybe we'll go somewhere after that, maybe Malta. I'm planning on doing about 3 or 4 week trip, so it'd be nice to get away and you know, I haven't done a new country since I did Georgia last year, so I need to get back at it. I'm slacking, and that'll be I'm on 36 countries at the moment, so it'd be nice to add a few to that. So, oh my god, I think I'm going mad. Hang on, where were we? It was LFF. Yes, LFF is Leeds First Friday. It's like a big, massive event. I had heard about this event. Like it's an event for like cross dressers, trans women, and admirers can come along as well. And it's just like it's not like a one venue thing. It's like essentially the city centre. Just yeah, it's just a really really good night out, and everybody just travels all over from the UK and sometimes further afield. Muggins, for example. But yeah, it really is good. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We've got a madness on in the comments. Uh, Pessy G. All right, let's have a read of this. It goes, mate, you're a guy. I mean, well, no shit. I mean, it's in the title of the channel. I put myself out there as a cross dresser. I'm not pretending otherwise. And you're acting like this. I'm not acting at all. I'm just on the street, mate. What could I do? And I'm expected to fight in the army for you. I mean, what country are you from? I mean, if you're definitely not fighting for me anyway, because if you were Irish, we don't have an army. So, you know, I mean, not an army that's worth, like, yeah. Your fellow countrymen fought in the Easter Rising and in the 20s for your independence, and you're acting like this. Wow, Pessy is going deep. Pessy is going deep. Go on, Pessy. Go on. Easter Rising, you know. I'm sorry, mate, but like, what? What has that got to do with the price of chips? John Murphy, would you ever think of shaving? You look like a bloke. Another madness. I look like a bloke. Well, no shit. I was born a bloke. I mean, come on. What's with the slander? Bro's lying. Pessy again. Oh, oh. Pessy is Pessy's on a vengeance here, lads. My God. Now, finally, a good comment, question. Enough of that madness. Have you been thinking about jewelry like earrings? Says Ed. Ed, I have been thinking about it, and I think jewelry. I was meant to. I forgot my jewelry. I forgot my wrist thing. But the earrings, yes, I'm going to look at it. Probably do clip-ons. To be honest, I'm intimidated about the whole like ear piercing. It's totally irrational, but I'm always scared. Anything involving needles or whatever. Yeah, that's just me. Um, so it'll be clip-ons, and depending on how much I like the clip-ons, maybe we'll go and do it. Maybe, but I'll do clip-ons. I'll do more of the things. I just don't know where I put mine today. I was in a rush as well. I didn't start getting ready tonight till about 9:15, I think it was. So, and I was conscious I did put the time on the stream for like quarter past 10. So I was like, oh god, speed run. But apparently, according to previous comments, I look like a bloke and I need to shave. So, oh dear. Qui parle le français? Flavien from Normandy. Thank you, Flavien. Unfortunately, my French is not. I can write a bit of French. Speaking it, I won't be able to make much sense, and I apologize for that. Um, it's definitely something I do want to try and kind of improve on is my French. I mean, I did it in school. Would you believe? And it's just I just struggle to bring it back. But unfortunately, I won't make much sense, and yeah, apologies for that, Flavia. What is sorry in French? I mean, damn it. um, oh, Jack O' Lantern, best name in the business. Looks like we have someone from the Free Clothes Association trying to gurgle out something. Jack, is this a mad comment? Is this a madness? Explain yourself, Jack. What's going on here? The Free Clothes Association. Are you mocking my style? There's nothing wrong with free clothes. I mean, the dress I'm wearing tonight is just so basic. I don't know. I was just feeling the little black dress vibe, and believe it or not, I was going to go for the pink eyeliner. You can't see it because it looks like I'm in the 20s because there's no color in the stream, so I don't know. Your stories on Instagram are self-loathing. Why? I just play up to the masses, eh? Everybody else is thinking it. I might as well just say it. I hate myself. I hate my guts. I mean, self-loathing. I mean, it's probably lack of confidence in myself. I definitely do suffer from that big time. Um, yeah, just it's just the way I am. I'm not 31. I'm unlikely to change. So it's just self-loathing. It's just what I do, really. I mean, I'm the biggest critic of myself, and to be honest, I don't need anybody else to tell me. So yeah, it's a trait I have. Not a good trait, if I'm being honest. It is, and just kind of advice for people as well. Like it's not a healthy trait, to be self-loathing and that. But look, it is what it is. There's not much I can do. Like, that bread dish looks like to me as the all-seeing eye. It literally, it looks like an eye with the egg yolk and the bread. It does look like an eye, and my god, it's delicious. Oh, it's like I'm usually kind of reserved whenever I go to some countries about trying some different foods and that, but I'm glad I'm glad I did it in Georgia because wow, just kind of spoiled food for me, like because like obviously there's not many Georgian restaurants over this part of the world, so yeah, I'll definitely be going back to Georgia, literally just to try their food again. But hopefully they win on when are they playing? Is it Tuesday? I think they're playing Turkey on Tuesday, so Team Georgia, let's go. Where were we? You look Nigel Edgecombe, I think that's how you pronounce that. You look stunning. Remember, haters gonna hate, but you live your life. Yes, Nigel. That's it. That's exactly it. I mean, look, it's just words on the screen, eh? So there's not much you can do. They're not in the room here lambasting me. So look, what can you do? Like, it's just. I mean, you're going to get that anyway. I mean, to be honest, like the whole YouTube thing, I thought the YouTube thing was going to be much worse than that. I thought it was literally going to be like the whole like all the comments on the videos or on the streams were just going to be like just absolute hate pillage every time. But I can literally count on maybe one hand the amount of bad comments I've had in the year or so that I've been on this platform, like properly uploading and that. I mean, usually they're just like they don't make much sense anyway. They're usually like spelt wrong or whatever, but you can get the gist of it. Like I remember one what was one comment? One comment said seek psychiatric help or something like that, and I was like, mate, I've already looked at it. Like, it's like I don't need you to tell me. I was like, I just usually have a laugh with them, like, but I'll never reply to them because that's on the video, on the comments on the videos. I mean, if they're on the stream, but obviously you're on the stream, like they're gonna pop up, you're gonna see them, like, but it is what it is. But yeah, live life, and look, you're always gonna get haters. That's it. I mean, look, I find them hilarious, but he's contributed to the algorithm anyway, so you know. To est gentil, Flavia. Merci beaucoup, mon cher. That was actually pretty good. A French sentence on. I'll take that. But merci, Flavia. What type of heels are you wearing today? Says Chris. I am wearing stiletto heels, but they're boots, ankle boots, and they're really nice. They're really pink. Do you want to see? Stick a heel emoji if you want to see the boots. Heel emoji in the chat. Let's go. Yeah, because they are really nice. Nice pair of boots. These. So where are we now? Flavian is saying hello to everybody. Who else is speaking French? So any French speakers want to keep Flavian company in the chat. Flavian is from Normandy, which I have been to before. I've been. Is Normandy? Rennes is not Normandy, is it? Help me out, Flav. Is Rennes Normandy? I don't think it is. I think it's Brittany. I'm open to correction on that. But I have been to Rennes, which I'm thinking is Brittany or possibly Normandy, but that neck of France anyway. I've been to Nantes as well. This is years ago. Like, I mean, we're talking like 20 years ago, like on a family holiday. God, those were the days. Why did you take the LFF down? Because you didn't get enough likes. Is that what's important? Why did you take the LFF down? What LFF? I went to Leeds, yeah, but why did you take the LFF down? I don't understand. You'll have to get back to me on that one. Michel, je suis perdu. You've caught me off, Flavian. I'm lost. I don't know. Michelle, are you Purdue? I don't know what Purdue is. Oh God. I'm assuming it's good. Jack O'Lantern with a history lesson. The Easter Rising was actually in 1916. So Pessy, take that one. Goddamn Pessy. I mean, if you're going to come in lambasting me, like at least like have your information factually correct. 1916. How is the 1916 Rising getting a mention on my stream? I mean, I'm literally sitting here in a dress with lemonade, and it is lemonade. There's no alcohol in this. Yeah, it's that time of the month. Payday cannot come soon enough. a man is mentioning like the Easter Rising and everything because I'm sitting here dressed up, and I was like, all right. I mean, these streams are never boring, are they? It's like, wow. Simon, I follow you, and obviously something has gone. None of my business, but I don't think you follow each other anymore. Yeah, so look, I'm not even sure I can say. Um, SHIT happens, we move. Essentially, what it is. Like, I mean, look, you're not going to get on with everybody, eh? That is it. Effectively, you were very you are very sympathetic and specific. I think that means sympathetic. I am to a certain degree. I mean, if you're a nice person, I'll obviously be sympathetic to you. But if you're not a nice person, I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. The FCA sounds like Pessy G is in the FCA with his delusions of military grandeur. That's not the truth, Jack. Jesus. I mean, look, I'm actually kind of a bit surprised that he came on. Go on, Pessy. Go on, Pessy kid. Pessy is actually a madness. I don't know what. I don't know if he's a man or a woman or whatever. I'm assuming he's a guy. I don't know. Pessy, are you a man or a woman? I don't know. Anyway, Pessy, go away. You smiling, thank you. Merci, Flavia. I mean, it's nice to smile, isn't it? I mean, that sounds ominous. But yeah, it is nice. I mean, I'm just kind of just come on here, like just to kind of have a laugh and whatever, and get a bit of a madness. But yeah, it's all part of the humor. Um, do what makes you. Oh wait, hang on. Was it a problem to make yourself understood in English in Georgia? Believe it or not, it actually wasn't. Um, I was expecting to really struggle because if you ever go to Georgia, yeah, the Georgian even though the name is the same, they don't use the Georgian alphabet. They use a very unique alphabet. It's literally, for want of a better word, it literally looks like scribbled. Now that's probably an awful way to call it a language, but when you go there, it's not like A, B, C. It's literally just lines, and it's all intricate and everything. So but all the kind of young generation spoke English perfectly, which was a bit mad because I did want to try and pick up a couple of words in Georgian, which was, I mean, I was only there for 4 days, but like, man, what a country! I'm really picking it up, but like, honestly, it really was. It exceeded my expectations, and like that, no, I thought it was going to be like, kind of, it's going to be a struggle or whatever. Which, look, doesn't bother me at all. Like, I mean, look, you're in that part of the world, like, it's going to be, it's all part of the experience, really. Like, so, but yeah, no, there was no issues at all with English. It was good and bad, but they're really friendly people, by the way. The Georgians, really friendly people. Honestly, I totally recommend a trip to Georgia if anybody's thinking about doing it. Now, I only based myself around Kutaisi, which is like the second. Would it be the second? I think it is the second city. And then I did a trip out to like some small town called Samtredia. Now, if anybody in this chat has been to Samtredia, then yeah, it was completely different to Kutaisi. It was you can definitely tell it was a little bit like more rural, more farming town. The amount of cows on the side of the road, by the way, I've never seen anything like it. There's a lot of cows in Georgia, lots of cows. And Simon, do you do what makes you happy? Don't let people get you down. I'm ugly, but I have a kind heart. It's life. Simon, now ugly is a poisonous word. I've always kind of maintained that poisonous word. I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as they say. Kind heart, I take that, and look, it's like that now. You're telling me to be happy and don't let people get you down. I'm going to reflect that back to you. Don't let people get you down. And I know we were talking about self-loathing a bit earlier, like I'm the worst for it, but it's not it's not good to be self-loathing. So that's what I do want to portray. Um, Now, if I could stop self-loathing, that would be great, but it's easier said than done. It's just the way I am. So, but back at you. Live your life. Nobody wants to speak English. I'm lonesome. Flavian, you're here. Come on, enjoy the vibes. I'm seeing heal emojis, so I think it's time. Right, let's have a look at this. Right, honestly, these boots are lovely. I think he would like. I think he would like. So, lovely boots. I'm not sure if the camera is going to. It'll pick it up, all right. Just trying to get the thing so you can see. There, lovely. They're actually lovely boots. Oh, I'm seeing heart emojis going off. Yeah, you liked them. Yeah. Where did I leave off? Oh, Mike, Michelle, darling, ignore them. You're absolutely amazing, gorgeous, sexy. I love you. I'd love to get to know you better. I'm Irish. Greetings, Mike. Also from Ireland. Yeah, look, I mean, it is what it is, you know. There's not much you can do when they come into the chat and start, like, you know, doing whatever madness. But, look, it is what it is. I don't have, I'm not that savvy with YouTube that I could just come here and just, like, get rid of them or whatever. I don't even know how I'd go about that. I just see the comments, I see myself the thing, and the live that we've been live for 32 minutes. I don't know. But it's mad. It's actually mad. But yeah, that's what this stream is for. It's firing questions. I'll answer them, and you know, and have a laugh with it. That's all. That's what it's all about. Let's have a laugh. J'ai besoin de la voix to respond à point. You're catching me out, Flavian. My French is terrible. My God. You're drinking a gin. No, I definitely am not drinking gin. I wish I was drinking gin. It's just lemonade. Honestly, it really is. There's no bodies, no rum, no gin. Lemonade. I've not had a bottle of wine in a number of months. The bottle of wine, they used to like give me an awful hangover. Oh, I find that since I've gone to the vodkas and the stuff, the rums and that, the hangover is not as bad. The wines, I remember there was this one bottle of wine I got. It was last year sometime. It was a Chilean wine, and what was it called? It was Esteva or something like that. Oh, it was lovely wine. Oh my God, the hangover off that! Wow, it was insane. I've been to LFF, also known as Jessica. All right. Oh, you've actually been as Jessica. All right. Okay. And how did you find it? I found it. I found the first time I went because they do have this this newcomer event, where, like, as the name suggests, you turn up if you're a newcomer and you get to feel welcome with other newcomers. I mean, you have people there who organize it, and then they take you to the main event, which is in like the Bridge Social, I think it's called. So it's literally just across. So you meet in this small little bar, which I think is called the Bridge End. Is it the Bridge End or something like that? And then you go off to this place called the Bridge Social, which is literally a couple of minutes walk over the bridge. And that's where the main part is. You go in there and you meet up with pretty much everybody who's going goes there at some stage, and then you all head back into the center, then into the various bars. You're never like you're never walking like 10, 15 minutes. They're all the all the venues. They're literally 5 minutes, 5 minute walk in heels even. So really good. I was like, yeah, absolutely all over this. Like, so I've gone to it twice now, and I'm definitely going to go back again. Probably won't make it in July. I might look at August if I'm back this neck of the woods, but I'm definitely going to go back. Definitely going to go back, and I fully recommend it. Great, great crack. Michelle, I'm going to sleep. Thank you. Good night, everybody. And Flavian, tu es vraiment sympathique. Sympathique. Merci, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Flavian. And thanks for tuning in. Because I'm conscious now that it's like an hour ahead as well, so it's come up to midnight there. Like shave or sort your voice out. Go on, John. Go on, John. John with a fucking madness. Go on. I know who John is, by the way. I know who you are. And you're, yeah. I won't say anymore. Oh, he's coming in here again, look. Your teeth are so yellow. Go on, John. Come on. Throw some more at me. Come on. Come on, John. What an absolute. So where are we gone? Oh yeah, I'd like to know which shoes makes Crossroads look absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Mike Riggs says. Mike, I think it depends on your taste, really. Like, I mean, honestly, the shoes are shoes. I mean, it sounds so corny, but like honestly, if you have like a particular style that you want to go for, you absolutely just go for it. I mean, I love my stiletto platform heels. They're my go-to, but I do like to change it up by wearing some boots as well the odd time. So depends on what you're feeling. I mean, I was just feeling the boot vibe for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I just think pink and black goes really well. I don't know if in my opinion anyway. So that's why I decided to wear black tonight. I thought pink would just definitely do some bit of would just go well. Because I've been wearing the black heels for a number of times. The last few times I've dressed up, like they've definitely been worn, and I just felt like changing it up a little bit. So it was all good. But it depends. Depends on your vibe. If you're feeling like party vibe, whatever, then sometimes the really flashy heels are the ones that wreck your feet the quickest. Because one of my friends, Molly, last week, she wore these really lovely heels, and like they looked great, everything. But after about 2 or 3 hours, you could tell her feet, you could tell the pain in her eyes. I was like, I know, I've been there many times before. So yeah, sometimes it's the basic ones with the platform. The platforms as well, by the way, will help you an awful lot. They will, like those black ones that I have. Like I'm able to last the entire night in them, like because their platforms are easy on the feet. It's the ones where they go all the way down to the ground with no platform. They're the ones you have to watch out for. They're the killers. They look great, absolutely wear them, but like for the longevity of a night out, they're probably not the best idea. You will find out. But it's all good fun. What size are these boots? These pink ones are 8.5 UK, which is half a size lower than what I usually go for, which is nines. So they are a little bit tight on the big toe, but honestly, it's just about get into them because this was the highest size they had on. I got these on Shein, and yeah, I just had to get them because they were pink and absolutely gorgeous. So, um, electric pink. That's right, Ed. If if anybody does follow me on Instagram, like pink and purple, they'd be my favorite. Pink, purple, yeah. So of course we had to get pink. I saw these on Shein and I was just like, yep, I'm getting them. Because I was on a night out last year and we went to the George in Dublin and one of the drag queens was wearing these types of boots. And that's when I first saw them and I thought, right, I like them. So I eventually got said boots and I was well happy. So that's the background story to the heels. This is Jamie's channel from 2010. Rubalino Fabronio. Jamie's channel from 2010. Doesn't ring a bell. I'm not entirely sure. Oh my god, you're absolutely fantastic. Thank you. I try. Shall I go out in a maid dress? Says Jade. A maid dress. I mean, that's the beauty about these, particularly about LFF that I enjoyed is that the various different styles that you see is, yeah. So there was a lot of casual wear. There was a lot of like flashy kind of dresses, sequins. I mean, yeah, sequins are the best. Yeah, everybody was in different styles, and yeah, a maid dress, whatever you're feeling like. It's now the only thing I would say is that like do bring a coat because it does get cold in Leeds. Even though it was June, it was. And yeah, I lost my leather jacket as well last week. Yeah, I'm on the lookout for a new jacket. So yeah, definitely maid dress if that's the vibe you're feeling, go for it. Michelle, do you have any closed toe heels in the color of red for a shoe play during your YouTube channel live stream that afternoon? I don't have closed toe red heels. I do need to get red heels, and I do have a pair of red heels in my basket in Shein, and I am plotting a Shein shopping spree soon. So I will be getting red heels. I don't have any at the moment, unfortunately, but watch this space. I will get some. Yeah, I think red would. Yeah, red for heels is nice. Totally agree there. All right, I got a question. Do you like MDK? Without looking like a total idiot, I don't know what MDK is. Can somebody educate me on that? Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what MDK is. Help. Awesome stiletto boots. Yes, Chris, these are lovely boots. Love them. Simon, Michelle, what type of music do you like? And are you a sweet or savory person food wise? Music varies on what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm dressing up and that, it's girly pop, whatever, all the way. So, Girls Aloud, Saturdays, Britney, Christina Aguilera, Lady Gaga, all that. Yeah, I'm all for that. And then when I'm feeling kind of more like when I'm in my everyday whatever, usually listen to deep house music, emphasis on deep. I do like that kind of music. Just you just put it on and just takes you wherever you want to be. I like that kind of music. To some it's repetitive, but to me, I'm all for deep house music. And then yeah, I don't mind a little bit of rap. Eminem I used to like when I was growing up. R&B as well. yeah, it varies on the mood. But I would say in general, girly pop and deep house would be my go-to. And are you a sweet and savory person food-wise? Believe it or not, despite picking up the Georgian food, I'm not too fussed about food really. Like obviously, I'll just if I'm in a country, I'll try something at least once, and hopefully it goes well or it doesn't, whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm believe it or not, I wouldn't say I'm a food critic. I just impressed by Georgian food. Yeah, I'm just basic like that. So, but it's Georgian food is all about it's a lot of cheese, and I do like cheese anyway. So when I heard that a lot of their food was cheese based, I was like, sign me up. So yes, absolutely. By the way, I'm a crossdresser for over 40 years. Good God, 40 years is a lot. That's double the time I've been at it. I've been dressing up for 20 years myself, and um, it's been great. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, you will have your down moments with it. It's not all plain sailing, but absolutely, yeah. I just love this. I just love dressing up, and it's for 40 years though. I mean, will I have another 20 years in me? That is the question. But yeah, 40 years, wow. And obviously, you're still doing it, enjoying it, I hope. And yeah, absolutely. You see, here's the thing as well with dressing is that, like, and I've heard numerous stories of people like, now I don't know if you yourself, I think Jessica, I think you highlighted before. I don't know if you've ever had these, what they call purges. Now, I've read a lot about them, and I've spoken to a few dressers who unfortunately had that as well. I myself have never had it, so I can't really relate. But like the general theme from it seems to be that it's the whole dressing thing is it literally is an addiction. You can't ever really escape it once you dip your toes into it. That's the kind of thing I take from it. Yeah, I just like I kind of have to be always have to be empathic and try saying that I've not even had a drink. Um, Show a bit of empathy to people who've gone through the purges because yeah, there's like that people purge for different reasons as well. Of course, I mean maybe they're not fully out or fear of like getting caught with it, partner, family, whatever. So I totally empathize with that. But in the main, though, dressing is positive. It really is positive. So 40 years, I'm yeah. Alfred has joined. Hi, Michelle. You look lovely. Thank you, Alfred, and welcome aboard. Serial commenter. I recognize the name. Hope so. I live in Leeds. Ah, you're grand. So you don't have to travel on an airplane, spend the night in Manchester Airport and Liverpool Airport on the way over. You could just, you know, go home, change into the city, and away you go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking at moving. I'll be leaving Ireland soon. Like, I mean, I'm sick of this place. Like, absolutely sick of this place. But the UK will be probably my first choice, really. But the only problem with the UK is that it's gone really mad price wise. Probably isn't as mad as here, to be fair. Like, but there's just so much going on over there. I mean, there's not just the LFF. You've got like other events like obviously you've got the big massive one in a few weeks, Sparkle, which is like the big massive weekend. It's an annual thing, and I've always been wanting to try it, but the hotels are always a madness. Like, I mean, I tried pricing it there a couple of weeks ago, and it was like, what was it? It was like 300 quid a night for like for a hotel, and it was like literally involved a taxi to get in and out. I was like, I can't do it. So yeah. Oh Jesus, I've lost where I was. Hope so. I live in Leeds. Okay. MDK is one of my favorite video games. I got to meet one of the programmers last year at GameCon of September 23. His name is Mr. Manuel Ribeiro da Silva. He's an awesome dude. God, that's something I've not done in quite a while. Is play video games. I used to play back in the day, like obviously when I was growing up. Used to play like I don't know how old you are, Rubelino, but like I'm 31, so when I was growing up, like we myself and my brother we used to play like the action games like Ghost Recon. Oh, Ghost Recon was great. Um, Medal of Honor was another one. I I'm showing my age here, like, but it's great. Splinter Cell was my favorite though. I loved Splinter Cell. My God, that was a game ahead of its time. And then obviously you play the other stuff like FIFA and Pez and all that. But my God, Splinter Cell was the best. Yeah. So I'm a former video game player. I haven't played in years though. I mean, I don't even have a console anymore. I just have the computer there, and computer. I've seen better days really. I'd be afraid to play anything on that in case the computer blows up. It's that old. I got that computer in like 2010, I think it was. So yeah. Michelle, do you have your own pair of red heel shoes? Because I would love to see you dangle your red heel shoes. Mike, I will be getting a pair of red shoes. I just don't have any red shoes at the moment. So, but I will do a reel or something about the dangling of the red heels. Because red heels hit different. They're always like you see them all the time on the thing. Like it's always lovely. Like so. um, William Stone, hello there. It's the dog guy. I know who the dogs guy is. Yes, I know who you are, William. I don't think it's going to be that type of stream though. Those kind of heels remind me of Jennifer Beals from Flashdance, the movie from 1983. I'm going to disappoint you, Mike. I've never seen it. Um, yeah, my excuse is it's before my time, but I will look up. I will look it up after this, just to see because by the sounds of it, the heels sound awesome. So, am I here for the dogs? Everybody's here for the dogs. No, you can't beat a pair of black heels. You can't really, Jessica. Like it's just, you know. So, it's love it, absolutely love it. As you are an expert, what team will win the European Football Championship? I'm an expert. I'm an expert. Um, I mean, every. I feel like France is the boring answer, but like I just think they just seem to be the strongest team. Um, England have a great attack. Um, you'd maybe worry about their defense, but I'm going to pick. I haven't seen a lot of people mention Spain. I can't lie. So I think a lot of people are sleeping on Spain, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they were to end up winning it. Um, I was saying this even before they beat Croatia 3-0. I know I can't prove it, but I was. So yeah. So John is back. Go on, John. You know nothing about me, but you were so rude to me on Instagram when I tried to help you. Well, John, cry more. Cry more. I don't really care. you know, I know what your game is anyway. I do know your game. So cry more. Um, I mean, I do gotta say you are quite a beautiful person. Not gonna lie, I love that hair also, Rogelino. I think the hair is kind of, yeah. It was hit and miss tonight. I have done it a bit better before. I just need to get it styled. I need to get something done with it. It's not great, but thank you anyway, Rogelino. I'm trying with it anyway. I've kind of done some kind of feminine thing with it, but it's not the best. But thank you anyway. Um, where are we gone? Bloody hell, this thing just keeps. Where are we gone? Oh yeah, here. Simon, Michelle, don't you think a person should dress to suit their body type? We was chatting on TV Chicks last night. Oh, yeah, I vaguely remember this. Yes, yes, I vaguely remember. Yeah, even though it was only last night. Do you think a person should dress to their body type? I think it definitely helps if you're trying to blend in, whatever. Um, but I sorry, I just seen just seen another comment. Um, but then you want to have like if you're into like sequins, if you're into like I don't know metallic dresses or whatever, or if you're into cosplay and that, then you should obviously have your own like kind of like personality in your dressing as well. I mean, there's no rule book to say you have to dress this way. You have to just dress whatever way makes you feel good. Obviously, if you want to like try and fit in, kind of what's the word they use? Pass. If you want to pass, then obviously you have to kind of like depends on the situation. I mean, you're not going to go for a walk in a park wearing like, even though I have seen it on Twitter, wearing these like massive pink frilly dresses. There's a time and place, obviously. But like when you're going for a night out, just go all out. Might as well. Do you know? You might as well. So who am I to say that? Who should wear what? I mean, So no, I think to a degree, yes, but there's a time and place. And look, nights out, go all out. Obviously, if you're going for a walk in the park, then maybe just be a bit more casual, whatever, or something that compliments you. But yeah, Deep House, is that gothic? No, Deep House is not gothic. It's kind of like what's the best way to describe it? It's kind of like electronic music, but it's played at a slower pace, and it allows you to like imagine somewhere. So, for example, if I hear a certain track, it'll take me to a beach, if that makes any sense. It's music that takes you somewhere, right? Um, I'm butchering this, like, so you're listening to it in the background, and you can just imagine. If you close your eyes, you can imagine yourself being somewhere else. So it could be on a beach, it could be in Times Square, it could be in a in a in a bar somewhere in Europe, or you could be on a rooftop balcony bar in Thailand or someplace like that. It takes you somewhere. It's nice. It's tranquility. It's yeah. I'm not making much sense, but I hope that makes kind of some of the sense. I don't know. Um, Bonne nuit, Michel from Normandy. Bienvenue chez nous, les Normands. I do know what that means. Maybe sometime, Flavian. Maybe. But bonne nuit, Flavian, and we shall see you again, hopefully. And when I said this is Jamie's channel from 2010, you remind me of my favorite crossdresser on YouTube who made content in 2010. That makes more sense now. Okay. Goddamn, 2010 is. I'm not going to say how far back 2010 is because, as far as I'm concerned, I had 2010 feels like it's legit only about 7 or 8 years ago, but it's actually double that. Good God! Right. See, there was a few cross dressers I remember back in that era. I'm trying to think if this is Jamie's was something I came across. It doesn't sound familiar, but I probably would recognize the face if I see it. Because I do remember being on YouTube, well, not uploading at that stage, but like I was viewing YouTube, and I did view a few, but I can't for the life of me remember many names from that era. Um, but it's is her channel still up? Is there still like is it still up there or whatever? But be nice to check it out. Um, oh, is that all the okay? Here we are. So I got to go, but it was nice being here. I'll subscribe. I grew up with a PlayStation 1 and 2, by the way, and my crush wants to chat with me. My heart is beating like so fast. Wish me luck. So you're part of our generation because PlayStation 1 and 2. There, you're showing your age. But yes, best of luck, Ruben, and hopefully all goes well. um, when you when you go out, do you take a handbag? And if so, what style do you like? I do take a handbag, and I have said handbag. I have two handbags, but I rarely use the other one. But this is my go-to one. So yeah, this kind of style, like it's kind of like just clutch kind of thing. Yeah. What I put into it on a night out is usually just like lippy. I'll bring a brush for the eyes. And I'll bring a brush for the makeup, and then bank card will go in there, and then the phone, and then a small comb as well, just to tidy up the hair after a while. So, and all that manages to fit into this. So this is my go-to. It's really nice, by the way. I mean, the camera's not doing it justice. This is really pink. So honestly, the camera looks like it's in black and white. I don't know, but yeah, that bag, gorgeous. Um, Bonne nuit. Uh, Bienvenue à Caen. Caen, yes, I've heard of this city before. I think it's a nice city. It's not too far from Le Havre. I think my French geography is somewhat decent. Um, Michelle, do you know Leah Green, a crossdresser who goes to Leeds? Leah Green. I can't say I do, Simon. No. No, like again with previous, I probably would be able to recognize the face, maybe. Names, I'm not too good with usually, 9 times out of 10. So, Leah Green, I'm not familiar. No, I mean I probably have seen her out and about, perhaps, but no, I'm not sure. Oh God. I mean, it sounds like I probably should know. Maybe. I mean, I've only been twice, and it's yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Sorry, I've just seen an absolute madness. No, sorry. Okay. Any more? I think we've caught up in the comments anyway, so that's great. So we can chill while we await some more. But no, what was I going to say? I've just lost my train of thought. Oh dear. Is there any She has a YouTube channel. Very nice personality. Leah Green. I'm going to check that out, Simon. Actually, because I do like to kind of like connect as well with folk. It is kind of, it can be tricky to kind of make friends in this kind of environment. Um, uh, Environment or community or whatever you want to call it. Like, so it's but I'll definitely check her out. It's because I have noticed that there's a small few that do YouTube. It's not as big as like Instagram. And Instagram, I think there's like, I would say there's thousands, like if not tens of thousands on Instagram that do the whole cross dressing and that. Whereas on YouTube, I've only really noticed like regularly uploading kind of like the content that I kind of produce, or the content that I would view. Um, I've only noticed like maybe 10 to 15, maybe. I mean, obviously you got like the big accounts, like the one I follow is Yoya Fabulosa. She's awesome. Like, she's like the pinnacle of the YouTube game when it comes to like the cross dressing aspect, and that it's great. Like, but yeah, there's not as many as you would think on YouTube. So yeah, I'll definitely check out. I'll check out and see how her stuff is, and try and reach out. And you never know. Do you need to work tomorrow? No, I'm off tomorrow, which is why we're doing the stream today. So, which is why it's relatively late on a Sunday night. But thankfully, I'm not working tomorrow. I think I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday though. So, so yeah, it's a little break before the madness continues again. So, thankfully though, my work is kind of flexible, so it's not the worst. But yeah, absolute needs to be done. Pays for the heels, pays for the dresses, pays for the makeup. I'd like to think it pays for some element of style, but that's open to interpretation. But yeah, the means to an end. So no, we can go for as long as the stream wants me to go on. I mean, if there's any mad questions at all, I mean, I'm just here to answer some questions, whatever, and ramble on about whatever random thoughts come into my head. What would be the latest random one? I mean, the madnesses seem to have stopped anyway from earlier, which is kind of good. Maybe we'll touch on that actually. How you deal with negative comments like that. I mean, it is kind of topical because it is going to be like, you are going to face it at some stage when you put yourself out there like this. Whether I like it, whether you like it or not, it is going to happen. Like, so the best way to look at it is it's words on a screen. It sounds so basic, but it really is that simple. It's words on a screen. You're never going to meet these people in real life. Realistically, you're not. So just take it as words on a screen. The issue is on their end. For example, that guy that was commenting earlier, I know exactly who that person is. That person has an agenda against me and has done for many years. Well, I say many years, but a year and a bit. I know exactly who they are. So look, it is what it is, right? But it's words on a screen. So you're never going to encounter these people. They're not in the room here with me, roaring at me, saying these things. So literally words on a screen. And look, I just read it out because I thought it was hilarious that they were going into this tirade while also having a blank account. I mean, it is what it is. Like, it usually is blank accounts. Now you will get some of the chancers that have their full proper accounts on that, and in which case, like, you kind of have a tier system with the trolls, and they are trolls. Like, these people, like, even on the off chance you were to meet these people, they wouldn't say it to your face. They wouldn't, like. So, I mean, I'm surprised they were able to see that I had yellow teeth because, as far as I can see, the stream is pretty much black and white. It's like what? So it's words on a screen, and look, honestly, it really isn't worth the time or effort to let it get to you. It really isn't. Like my kind of response to it is humor. You know, it's probably killing them because they probably were hoping that I'd break down on stream or something or whatever. But nah, you know. And it comes back to the whole self-loading thing as well. I did the self-loading, so nobody else has to. You know. So if you treat it with a bit of humor, you'll be surprised because look, he's not there anymore. You know, honestly, these people are mad. Like, and I've kind of learned, I've learned this from YouTubers that I watch on a regular basis, and it's pretty much their advice as well. Is that like you just treat them with a laugh, and you know they won't be long going, you know. Like my man there, no, he disappeared after I called him out on it. Like so, you know, these people can't take it. So, so yeah, words on a screen. Treat it with a bit of humor. Have a laugh with it. You know, don't take it too serious. You know, and that's my advice anyway. You know, now obviously it's different when it's kind of like when you're outside on the nights out or whatever, and you get these comments. Then yeah, they'll probably hit a little bit different, but again, the same thing. You just take it on the chin. Don't let it spoil your night. Put it in the back of your mind because on both occasions I've had the negative comments when I've been out. Um, I've had really good nights, and they've been at the start of the night. You know, throwaway comment, whatever. Don't let it get to you. Honestly, it's not worth it. It really isn't. Like, um, what you can do is like obviously not everybody is going to be in the same frame of mind. Like, I I do kind of like consider myself a little bit vulnerable to kind of stuff like that, but that's what I've been. That's what I picked up in this YouTube thing is that like look, it is what it is. You know, you are going to get it whether you like it or not, and look, it's up to you how you respond to it. So, bit of humor, you know, they're probably screaming at the screen, why don't you break? You know, and they won't break, you know, they won't break. So it's just words on the screen. So that segment over. um, so where are we now? Michelle, do you have a girlfriend, boyfriend? I apologize if this is inappropriate. No, sorry, it's not inappropriate. It's a genuine question. I can tell the genuine questions as well. I can tell, like, well, I like to think I can tell anyway. But no, I am single and have been for quite a while. Yeah, um, I'm just going to say it's out of choice. Nothing to do with my ineptitude or anything like that. No, absolutely no way. No, it's not something I've really actually tried, to be fair, to make happen or whatever. I'm just, look, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's my attitude. So that's the best way to be. You know, if you go, if it happens, fantastic. If not, then look, he didn't have it anyway. Ed goes, tea or coffee? Now, Ed, I am insulted that you put that into the chat. I thought I made it abundantly clear previously that it's tea all the way. Even though my cup is as big as coffee addict, I drink tea out of this. I'm a rebel to the system. No, tea, and more tea. I love tea. Tea it is. Now you're making me peckish for a cup of tea. No, I love tea. I'll have coffee if there is no tea available. So, what are character traits you like most on a friend of yours? That's a good question. Wow. Character traits. Interesting. I think humor, good humor, I think is definitely at the top of my kind of like character trait tier list. Would be humor. I'd like to have a laugh with people. Um, I don't take myself too seriously. I don't take life too seriously. I'm not expecting you to be as blasé about life as I am, but like just to be able to have a laugh. We call sometimes being able to, like, we call it over here ball hopping, like messing about, joking about, whatever. I do like doing that. So yeah, good humor would definitely be one. Aside from that, I was going to say punctual. Now, straight off the bat, that sounds like it's like a job interview or something like that. No, but punctual is like kind of like you when we make plans, like you be there. You kind of like if you're there for a certain time, yeah, whatever. You know, be punctual. Like don't mess about in terms of like time or whatever. Like don't say like, oh, I'm gonna be there in like 5 minutes and you turn up like half an hour later or whatever. Like, let me know, kind of like that kind of punctual. But is that a trait though? I suppose it probably is. But no, good humor, punctual. Sounds like a job interview. Oh my god. Um, punctual. What else is there? Um, I'm not going to say a sense of style or whatever. That's not a trait. Good humor, kind of. God, I've hit writer's block, or a version of writer's block. God, you have me now. I'll tell you, Peck and Jen, with all the with the good question. Yes, Simon has hit one. Honesty. Yes, actually, yes, 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 yes. Honesty. Please be honest with me. I like, seriously. Yeah, that takes me on to a really good point. Honesty is, yeah, actually, can we, honesty above humor in the tier list, right? Honesty, because if you don't get on with me, tell me, right? I don't do people's hints. I don't do games. I don't do that, right? Just tell me straight up. Tell me straight up. If we're not vibing, if we're not, if you hate my guts, whatever. If I do something wrong, tell me. I don't do. I don't pick up on hints or vibes or whatever that you might be throwing out. Like I just don't. I can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm gone wrong somewhere, but just tell me if I've done something wrong or if you hate what I do or whatever. Just tell me, and honesty, yeah, and don't be lying about like whatever, because like there's no fun in lying, you know. 'Cause liars get caught eventually, it is what it is, But yeah, that's a great point, Simon. Honesty, yeah, I put honesty at the top. Honesty, humor, punctuality. It sounds like a job interview again. But yeah, it's I just don't know. You see, you get a lot of these people. You get a lot of people there that would like say everything's grand, whatever, and they'll drop hints then, like that. Oh, just tell me honestly, you know, it's grand. It's you know, I mean, you're not going to get on with everybody. It's a fact, like, and if you are getting on with everybody, you're doing something wrong because you know it's okay not to get on with everybody. Honest to God. But yeah, honesty is yeah. Why did I think of that? um I share your values. Good humor and honesty are also my number ones. Yeah. If you have good humor and honesty, I think we'll get on. We'll get on. I'm trying to think if there's any other traits like. And feel free to help me out here in the chat as well. I mean, it's like when you're put on the spot, I'm just drawing a blank. Um, Ed with tea with how much alcohol? No alcohol in tea. No. Trustworthy. That's another good one as well. Yeah, trustworthy. Actually, I have another one. Loyalty. Loyalty. And unfortunately, there's not much loyalty going around. But that's a whole new level. That's a whole new level. But loyalty, trustworthiness, yeah, you got to trust somebody as well. Like, you know, I've been guilty of trusting the wrong people in the past. People who did not deserve the trust. And yeah, comes back to bite you, whatever. So yeah, it's trustworthy, honesty, yeah. God, this is deep. This is very deep. I mean, it's just kind of just being able to like vibe with someone in a good way. Oh wow. Anybody can be a friend in the good times. Where are they in the bad times? Simon? That is the truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah, I can absolutely echo that. 100%. 100%. Anybody can be there in your good times, but when you need people or when you need your friends in the bad times, that's when you know you're a true friend. And unfortunately, in this business community, whatever, that is very lacking, shall we say? So, yeah, people don't like if people aren't going to be there for the bad times, they don't deserve to be there in the good times. It's the way I've learned it. I'm not perfect, far from it, absolutely far from it. But when you're down in the dumps, you'd be amazed at how much a message would do. A message of like, you know, here if you need whatever, you know, are you okay? You'd be surprised at just even that kind of sentence. Like you don't even have to console them or anything. Just a simple message. You'd be surprised at how much that does for somebody. And in the past year, I've had some really like dark times, and I recognize the people who've sent me messages in those times. Put it that way. So, and other people then will only message you when they need something off you. Get in the bin. Get in the fucking bin. Like, you know, apologies for swearing, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's little things like that. You know, little messages like, "Are you okay? Is everything fine? God, I haven't seen you post whatever in a while," or you know, little things like that. You know, just to kind of just checking up on people. You know, you'd be surprised at how much it does. And I've in my dark times in the past, particularly in the past year, or particularly in the past like 9 months, really. I've had a few people reach out when I've been really, really, really down, and I appreciate those people. And those people are the people that you need to cherish, because everybody else is only there for themselves, and it kind of does restore your faith in humanity a bit. That there are some people out there who do care, and some of these people I've never met. Like a lot of these people I've never met before, but they've reached out and they've asked me how I am. You know, are you feeling okay? Whatever. You appreciate that, and There are people there who I thought were my friends that couldn't give a shit. Effectively, couldn't give a shit. Only there for the good times, for the vibes, and you know. But unfortunately, there's a lot of those people out there, and especially in the community that we're in. It is what it is, but you know, what can you do? But these people seem to be revered by everybody. You know, it's like, oh, the big names, whatever. You know, they should don't give a fuck. Sorry, that took a deep, deep turn there. Wow, I don't know where that came from. I think it came from trustworthy. I'm blaming you, Simon, for this. But it's an absolute fact of what you said. Anybody can be a friend in good times. Where are they in the bad times? And I can echo that. Do you already know what you'll do tomorrow? Tomorrow I will do a very unfeminine, an unfeminine activity. I'll be playing football with a few friends. I know, terribly unfeminine, but it gets me out of the house, so and that's good. Hate to be locked up here now for the week. I mean, I'll probably get for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but good to get out. Good to get out. So yeah, that'll be my plan. But yeah, aside from that, not much. I mean, I'll probably like when I come back, I'll do like I'll probably plan like what I'm going to wear for the week ahead, which I think was one of the questions I missed. Actually, I've seen a question there, a couple of strokes up. How often do I dress up? And so usually in any given week, I'm dressing up 2 to 3 times a week. And usually it's the weekend, and then maybe the odd time then during the week I'll do like one evening. But what I also do is I'll also spend like maybe one day a week, kind of just sit here and just practice makeup and just see what I can do, and that without properly like dressing up, taking photos, whatever. I'll just sit here, just have a makeup session, just kind of just practice away, see how it goes. Try something different, because you'll learn more by trying different things. I mean, if you go for the set, your go-to, you're not really pushing yourself. And I find that there's that if you try different techniques and everything, you're learning. You might be making a mess, but you're learning, and you're learning which goes well, which doesn't go well. So yeah, it's definitely something that I make a habit of doing often, is just sitting in front of this and then just practice a bit. And then helps with the when you dress up next, then you can say, right, I nailed that on Wednesday. We can try that look again, because that will go well with whatever. So I'm constantly planning out what I'm going to wear, whatever, and not actually fully deciding until maybe a couple of moments before I actually start dressing. And then, then I'm second guessing it, thinking, oh, actually, no, it didn't look as good as that, Oh, constantly on my mind. Michelle, how often do you dangle your heels? I've actually not made a habit of dangling my heels. By the sounds of it, I must do. And you seem to be all over that as well, Mike. You've mentioned dangling the heels a few times, so that must be something that you like. So maybe we'll try that sometime. Yeah, dangling the heels. You can't really do it in these boots, but like definitely in the platforms or some of the other heels, you definitely can do that. But I think you're wanting it to be done in the red heels, which I'll see if I can do that. Not promising anything, and I'm not sure how soon it'll be. Is there a thing that triggers male or female more? This is a good question, Ed. I'm going to say sometimes. Sometimes there is. And I'll caveat that by saying that, like, generally speaking, there's nothing that kind of really triggers me either way. I'm constantly kind of thinking in Michelle mode, for want of a better word. So if, for example, if I'm walking down the street and I see a nice dress in the window, like I'm thinking, yeah, I would like to buy that or whatever. Like I'm constantly on the lookout for outfits that I like, that I'd like to try or whatever. Um, Sometimes you see women down the street wearing stylish clothes. You're thinking, right, that's a style I could try sometime when I dress up as well. So I'm constantly in that persona, for want of a better word, as well. Like I'm constantly in it. I'm never not Michelle. Like even though I might dress up differently in everyday mode or whatever, like mentally I'm still there. I'm like, I'm looking at makeup, I'm looking at clothes, I'm looking at outfits, I'm out and about, So I wouldn't say there's anything that kind of like triggers it like a switch. I think it's just constantly there. At least for me, anyway. I mean, you'll probably get a different answer from another crossdresser or someone. So I mean, that's the beauty of it. It's different for that saying, different strokes for different folks. Like I'm never not Michelle. Like it's always there. Like no matter what I am presenting as, if that makes any sense. I hope that answered the question anyway. Please stop me if it did. But it's because from somebody who doesn't dress up, I can totally see how like you're probably thinking, oh, there must be a trigger or whatever, like or must be like a thing. Like for me, it definitely it's just there. And it's always been there. It's just I'm always on the lookout for like the best heels or whatever. Like well, that I can afford anyway. I mean, I won't be wearing any Louboutins anytime soon, but you never know. Maybe if the channel ever hits 1 million subscribers, we'll do a Louboutin special unboxing or something. Oh, if I ever get to that level, Jesus. Rein me in, by the way, if I ever get big headed or whatever, please. Because I would love to be that. I will remain the same. Sorry, I'm just pouring a drink. Trying to do it off camera, but the glass is too small. I think an hour and a half into the stream, I think we're I think this is the first time we've had to refill. And see, no vodka. It's not alcoholic. Which probably, like, I mean, I've made a fool of myself on stream, and I'm sober, so that's my issue. So yeah. But where were we? So yeah, I don't think it's a trigger at all. And likewise, when I'm dressed up, going the other way, nothing triggers me when I'm dressed up and I see anything like that I'm into masculine way, whatever. No, doesn't reflect that either. I'm constantly Michelle. Michelle is never not there. So yes. It sounds like it's a question that you've been wanting an answer for a while. I get that vibe. Have you asked that to many others? I wonder. When you are dressed, does this affect your preference of the people you like to have around you? This was a good question. When you're dressed, does this affect your preference of people? In what way? Are you saying in a social aspect or more of a sexual aspect? Because there's a couple of ways that you could answer that. So I'll hit that on the social aspect first of all, and feel free to correct me. Social aspect, I generally speaking, no. I don't think it has too much of a difference. I would still like to hang around with people who are good humored or whatever, That's not going to change regardless. I like to be around people that I can get on with, I can vibe with, etc. And yeah, that it wouldn't have much difference to do with that. I.e., male or female. All right, okay, I get you now. Okay, yes. From when I dress up, yeah, I think it kind of from that aspect, from the sexual aspect, yeah, it probably does kind of change a little bit. So yeah, obviously, sexually be attracted to men dressed up. Um, yeah. So yeah, in that regard, it does change a little bit. In a social aspect, not really. So yeah, God. But yeah, I think it. Uh, but then I still like to hang around with not that I hung around with many females when I've been dressed up. I've not had that much interaction with females when I've been dressed up. Um, so in general, it probably doesn't make much difference. I would say. I don't. Yes, and answer do vary from a hard mode change. Oh, hang on. Yes, and answer do vary from a hard mode change to your two-part brain. Yeah, you see, it comes down to it, you see, it's all on a spectrum, really, isn't it? Like, it depends on um, depends on how deep you want, like how deep you get into the whole dressing aspect. For some folk, dressing up is just a means of for a sexual pleasure or kink or whatever. That's grand. Then you come further down the spectrum, and it's a bit more of a lifestyle thing. So there's a bit more meaning behind it than just like obviously you'll still have the sexual aspect, but there's more to it. The further down the spectrum you go, and then obviously then you go down the spectrum to a certain point, then you start to cross over then into the trans spectrum, and then whether you're on that spectrum or not is up to the individual to kind of figure out, and usually figure out from an early age. Now, where I kind of put myself is probably I'm definitely on the spectrum, but I don't think I'm on the transition part. Think I've at least I don't think I am at this stage. I mean, it probably would be no harm in actually going to a gender therapist just to kind of, I don't know, just to kind of get confirmation, I suppose, or something, or kind of think about it more deeply. But I definitely do think I'm on the spectrum at some point, but I don't think I'm on the spectrum at a point where I'd have to transition or whatever. And the reason why I say that is that when I usually usually people who know that they're trans, they'll they'll hate they'll wake up, they'll hate their body, that they've not they're not happy with their body. I don't wake up in the morning hating my guts, if that makes any sense. I don't have this level of oh god, I have to change or whatever. Now, could change if I go to a gender therapist, and it could open up an avenue that I never thought was there. Like I've heard loads of people say that by going to a therapist, it actually gave them a whole new perspective on everything as well. So I'm not totally ruling it out, but I'm just from my own observation at this moment, like where I am now, I don't think I'm at the transition level, because I've not. Well, one, I haven't done anything about it to this point, and I'm 31, so I don't know. Now, obviously there are people who are older who have transitioned at a later age, having maybe only found out maybe in their 30s as well. So that could be a thing as well. But I don't know. for me, it's kind of confusing, I suppose. I mean, I'm not 100% for it, but I'm not 100% against it either. So I'm kind of in that kind of maybe I'm in that purgatory part where like I probably need to kind of seek out a therapist to kind of like kind of maybe I don't know open my mind to like the possibility and whatever because the reason why I say I'm on it is because I've been dressing non-stop effectively for 20 odd years and I've not had any purges. The only purges that I've done is trying out stuff that one doesn't like fit, it ripped, is just not my style or whatever. I've never thrown out stuff because I've hated this part of me. So so from that regard, I definitely think by dressing as long as I have, it's definitely on the spectrum, um, leaning towards trans. Yes, when you've been doing it for as long as I have, and as often as I have as well. Like I've probably in the past in those 20 years, I think the longest I've ever gone without dressing is like maybe 6, 7 months, and that was when I moved country. So you know it's a big thing. Like you can't dress up if you've got no clothes to dress up in. So it's yeah, it's a confusing one for me. But it's something that I do want to get done at some stage is to see a gender therapist and just to kind of just to if anything just to put my mind at ease because I while I while I don't wake up hating my guts like the thought does come through every now and then of what if and yeah it's and yeah it kind of ties into like a lot of my flaws with dressing as well. The biggest flaw being my voice. I'm very kind of yeah, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I hate my voice. I hate that it's this deep. I hate that it's this masculine. It does ruin the illusion, which is why I've always been kind of wary of doing streams because I'm like obviously if like in the videos you never hear my voice in the video because of that because I'm very conscious of it and I just be afraid it would ruin the kind of illusion that I've put out there rightly or wrongly that oh if they don't hear my voice then that's grand but obviously if you want to do a live stream you kind of have to speak and yeah, so that maybe that ties into a little bit of dysphoria. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm having the gender counseling session right now on stream with myself. Um, yeah, I never thought about that. But yeah, if I'm looking at like aspects of what would lean towards transition and what wouldn't, like the voice is definitely a big one for me. Like I would love to have a I'd love to have a softer voice. I really would. And like I've looked at some like kind of tutorials on YouTube and everything, and it's yeah, it's just so difficult. Like they're talking about like certain muscles and everything. I was just like, oh, I don't even know what the names of the muscles are. It's like God. So yeah, it's yeah that'd be my major kind of hiccup with myself is the voice, and that probably is ties in with a bit of dysphoria. Yeah, I'll admit that much. So yeah, maybe. God, I mean it is kind of scary and daunting as well because like once you start transitioning, like you're effectively you're gonna have to come out a second time, really. Like I've told my mother I'm a cross dresser. I've told my two sisters. My brother found out about the channel inadvertently. I don't know how he hasn't said, but you know, but like if I was to go down the transition route, it effectively have to come out again, and that in itself is daunting. Even though, like you've had that kind of support before. I don't know. It's kind of yeah. God. It's a bit deep. It's as deep as my voice. Oh. um, yeah. So I don't rule it out either way. I mean, it's yeah. It's yeah. God, that was a deep segment. um, may I ask? Oh, Gerald is here. There she is. Hashtag Shellylicious. Welcome aboard, Gerald. It's nice of you to join. Hello. Shellylicious. I love those hashtags. I really do. They're my favorite at the moment. I might actually have to use them in my post on Instagram though, just to kind of like Um, may I ask what is your definition of? I'm assuming that's femininity. I don't worry, Ed. I can't spell femininity either, so I'm part of that club as well. Definition of femininity. Jeez. My definition of femininity would be someone with a sense of somebody softly spoken. Anyway, straight off the bat, softly spoken, elegant, with a killer sense of style. I'm gonna go with that. Softly spoken, elegant, with a killer sense of style. Yeah, that's what I would put down anyway. And dainty, kind of like um, feminine. No, we'll go with the first definition that I put out there. Softly spoken, elegant, with a killer sense of style. I like it. Raphael, I love you look. I'm sexy and pretty man from España. All for you. I want to see your outfits, please, today. Well, hello, Raphael. Funny you mentioned that, but I have a YouTube channel with all these outfits. I think I forget what the tally was. I definitely think it's more than 50 videos of outfits so far on the channel. I think it's over 50. So I mean, and I still have a few others that I have to try, and then obviously I'm going to go and do Shein as well in whenever I get paid next, which is I don't know, this week, next week. But there will be a Shein thing as well, so there will be more outfits to try as well. So yeah, there's plenty more coming. But yeah, I think we're over 50 outfits on the channel, which is kind of just kind of mad, really, because it just emphasizes just how big my collection is. I didn't realize it would be that big. Like, I mean, 50 different outfits is a bit. Yeah, I think I have a hoarding problem when it comes to when it comes to dresses, skirts, heels, everything. Oh, send help. I need help. Oh, Peter Forrest, your voice is fine, though I understand. Thank you, Peter. I look, I'm proud. Yeah, it's just kind of like if I'm looking for something that kind of I would love to change in the morning, it would be the voice. I mean, I think if I had a better voice for a more feminine voice, I would maybe I'd be happier. Maybe. Because yeah, if I had a better voice, I'd be able to do a lot more stuff with the videos even and yeah, I probably would feel a bit better about myself. Yeah, God, I mean that's a deep conversation for the hour that's in it, but yeah, but no, I've had a few people kind of compliment me on the voice, which is nice. Always, of course, it's nice to have. Like I still have that hiccup about it. It's not feminine at all. Like it's and it does kind of get me down sometimes when I hear it back, and I hate hearing myself back anyway. But without um, that whole kind of thing in my mind, oh God, voice is terrible, God, no. But thank you anyway, Peter. It's much appreciated. Um, how often do you work during the week, and what days are you mostly Michelle? Interesting question, Joe. I I kind of touched upon that. I dress up maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Now that does depend on the week in hand. I work during the week. Uh, I don't work weekends anymore. Thankfully, I have done the whole weekend work, and it is terrible. So yeah, I'm no longer a weekend worker. I work usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then depending on the week, I'll do a Thursday or a Friday. So I work what 4 days a week usually. I'm part time, so it's grand for what I need at the moment. I'm happy with that. It, it is what it is. I'm no complaints really. It's flexible. I can do so. It's all good. So yeah, and then obviously then usually the weekends I'll dress up. Unless there's something on, or unless I'm going somewhere. The weekends are my dressing up. But I will, depending on the week, dress up during the week and shoot a few videos for YouTube or take some pictures for Instagram or just chill. Just sit down, chill, and just bask in being Michelle for a night during the week. Lots of heart emojis, thank you. I find your answer interesting because those items are external, not core metal processing. Okay. Oh, because I was able to kind of just like say it straight away without actually. I think that's what you mean, Nate. No, it's kind of something I've always thought about. Really, is that like, yeah, I am on the spectrum, but I just don't know how far I am with it. Um, which is why I need to kind of seek a gender therapist to kind of help me decide which how far I am down, or whether I am trans or whatever. It'd be nice to kind of have that clarity, I suppose. And while I'm still kind of young enough as well, that I can do something about it. So yeah, it's probably going to be a priority, actually. To be fair, no, I don't know what the gender therapist situation is in this country. I don't know if it's freely available or if it's like a massive waiting list or something. That's something I'm going to have to have a look at. But I think that's going to be a thing. I just it'd just be great to have a bit of clarity. Um, Lady Ashley is here. Hello, Ashley. Welcome aboard. Kitty Ash is here. My favorite Irish goalie. No, I was a goalkeeper for one season. One season. But it was the only decent photo I could find of myself actually in a team thing, like, because the other one was me up a centre forward, and it's like, don't really want that, So yeah, but it's yeah, I it was one season actually, but what a season! I think that season we conceded was it a lot of goals. I spent most of the time picking the ball out of the net, effectively, which was never a good sign. Not going to be here long. Just stop by to support you and say hello. But I gotta get back to work, doing a full day of overtime. Take care. No worries, Darren. Thank you for stopping by, and see you again soon. Thank you. One season wonder. Yeah. Well, wonder is open to interpretation because we did concede an absolute barrel load of goals. We're playing for a really bad team. Like, I mean, it was yeah, better goalies than Sheffield United. Um, Probably on par with Sheffield United. How bad we were. No, I don't think we conceded 100 odd goals, but I'd say it wasn't that far off. And Muggins here played most of the game. No. So yeah, God. External items are things that other people see. Mental processing means how you process life events into different subjects or values. Hard to say this part. Oh, that's a very interesting way of putting it. Okay. And I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Like somebody putting it that way before. That's actually quite interesting, actually. I like that. That's, yeah. Ed, you've always had a way with words, though. I remember you on previous streams. You always seem to have these ways of putting things together, shall we say? It's actually quite nice. Actually, it's look, I'll just obviously I was answering the questions from being put on the spot. I mean, it's obviously something I've been thinking about for a while, so it's a bit of thought has gone behind it before, but I just saying it out how I felt or how I feel. So it's in that regard, it's yeah, there was no processing going on the spot. It's just echoing what I've been thinking for a while. But I've always thought, like if you're dressing, once you start cross dressing, you're on the spectrum, big long spectrum, and then it's just a case of how far one is, and that's it effectively. I remember reading about that like years ago. That's where I got it from. Like that, I remember reading about like probably probably wasn't that long after I started dressing, actually, to be fair, where I read about this whole like spectrum that we're all on, and then it's just a case of how far you personally are about finding out where you lie on it or something like that. So yeah. Yeah, it's mad. It's but that half the fun of the journey is finding out, and I mean, after 20 years, you'd like to think you'd have some clarity with it, but I'm still none the wiser. uh, Ashley, I dressed up the other night and actually went streaming with Paula and the other Irish girl that shall not be named. Oh no! I actually have I've chatted to Paula a few times, actually. She's actually genuinely lovely. I love, like, she's sassy as fuck, and it's really, really, like, infectious. I actually love it. So yeah, Paula's great. I can't say I have any much nice things to say about the other one though. Next. It's like Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira. I mean, actually, you'll get that reference. For example, a fight. A guy might say if the blows are planned and delivered well. A woman would say, "What did that feel like?" What's that? Is there a guy may say if the blows are planned and delivered well? I'm totally lost, Ed. Please help me out. Oh God, I see you out there. Hey, you get it. You get it. But no, I'd love to do a stream with Paula at some stage, and I'd love to do a stream with you as well. Actually, definitely would. Have to get that set up at some stage. We've been chatting for ages, and we've never done a stream. I've seen you on stream. I'm going to say once, and that was a few weeks ago or a few months. I don't know where time is going, but I have seen you on stream once, and yeah, we'll have to do that. So yeah, I totally get go on stream with yourself and Paul at some stage, and individually as well, of course. So we shall be in touch. Because I don't know how long I've been chatting with you, actually. I think I'm going to say it's about a year or two. And I can't believe we've not done a stream before. We need to change it. We need to change that fact. I was there for the last 10, 15 minutes of their live stream. I had to say, I had decent conversation though. Yeah, I do remember the streams. Like they're always kind of like they were always engaging. Like kind of like they touch on subjects or whatever, and it would just go in different directions and touch on many subjects. Yeah, it was a good crack. Good crack. A bit like tonight, actually. To be fair, we've touched on many different subjects. We've had madnesses in the comments and folk calling me out. We've had the Easter Rising being mentioned. Go figure. We've been chatting about nights out. We've been chatting about where I stand on the trans spectrum. Everything. God, we've covered an awful lot here. I think it's part of the reason why the streams are so good is that you just never know what way it's going to go. Like I mean, when I saw those madnesses earlier, I thought it was going to be like, oh, here we go, like because it was pretty much straight off the bat. It was like, wow, okay, unreal. A fight between two guys. A guy will say how the fight is going by how action is going, and then we'll talk about the feeling. Oh, I get you now. I get you now. Okay. Yes. Yes. I get you now. It. Yeah. Yes. I get it now. Yeah. Okay. I was confused. I was confused earlier. I saw a fight. I thought, okay, I got a minute here. Okay. So a woman would be more kind of like more open to the feeling, and that's the thing as well that like guys don't talk enough about is feelings, like, and it's kind of toxic, when I think about it. Yeah. I mean, I've been in some toxic environments in my life, but Jesus. Sadly, I don't get enough people when I am streaming on my own. Oh, you and me both. Jesus. There's been sometimes now I've been on the stream and there'd be like about 4 people tuning in, and it's just like, okay. And the worst thing is like you'll see like 4 people watching, and none of them be putting any comments, and you're just thinking like, right, are they actually enjoying the conversation, or are they literally just sitting there doing whatever or waiting for me to instigate something? I don't know. So yeah, I've been there a few times myself, and I'm just thinking like, okay. No, but then we should do a stream together. Definitely should. But that's okay. I don't prefer to stream anywhere. I would rather chat with like-minded people privately. Oh yeah, look, it doesn't have to be like a public stream like this. It can be a private thing as well. I've done the private thing with a few. Not many, of mine, but I've done it a few times, and the vibe can be different. Like I mean, you can be a bit more chillaxed. I mean, I do find sometimes I'm a little bit on edge whenever I go on stream because like you never know who's watching or whatever. Like back of your mind you're probably thinking like it's irrational or whatever. Like, but you just never know or whatever. Just you want to put your best self across and you're conscious of that. And yeah, I've already failed in that test, but but in the private ones, you're a bit more relaxed. Like you're literally just talking to the other person, and a bit more chill, and you can just vibe with somebody. I mean, you can do that on the public stream as well, but yeah, if public ain't for you, that's all right as well. I totally get it, because up until about a year and a bit ago, I had never done a public stream in my life, so I totally get that feeling. We need to plan a date. Yes, we need to. I'd be open. Trying to think now. See, the problem is that like time zone can be like I could just say like, oh, we can go on stream at like 10 o'clock some evening, like 10 o'clock here. Could be like 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning where you are. It's just like it can, but we will definitely work around that. So whatever time suits you, I can. At the weekends are probably best anyway, but I can definitely like kind of plan it around that. Like so, if you want. It's almost 5 a.m. here. So actually, what time is it where you are now? So right now it is 20 past 12. 20 past 12 here. What time is it where you are? So I can I can sort that out. Currently, I don't feel like dressing up these days. Extreme hot weather, other priorities to focus on, but it might change. Oh yeah, actually, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. Yeah, I was it yourself. Actually, you were saying it was like 40. I mean, straight off the bat, 40 degrees is a madness. But yeah, it was 40 odd degrees, and yeah, I've done 40 degrees once, and it was in Cyprus, in Nicosia to be exact, and it was 40. It was 43 degrees. I remember that, and at night, when it was about 11 o'clock, it was about 30, 35 degrees. I was like, what the hell is this? And I played a game in Cyprus on that trip, and the kickoff time had to be so late because it was absolutely toasting in the day. We kicked the game off at 11 o'clock, and it was 35 degrees. I don't know how I lasted the whole game. I've never ran less in a match than I did in that game, and oh my god, nobody was running. To be fair, it was all just let the ball do the work. I'm too melting here. 4:52. So you are 4.5 hours ahead of me. 4.5. Okay, that's got it. 4.5. Okay, that's grand. So 10 o'clock my time is half two your time. I mean, that's mad. So, so whatever time suits you, Ashley, we can do that some weekend that you're wanting, whenever, and I can dress up and we can have a good old chat. Privately or publicly if you feel at some stage or whatever. I don't mind. So, UTC plus 5.5 hours ahead. Oh, 5.5 hours. 4:50. Oh yeah, I get it now because of daylight saving time. I got it. I got it. No, definitely. You see, that's something I'd love to do more. Is like kind of like chat with more um, cross dressers. It doesn't even have to be on a video form like this. It can be in messages and that. But I find like loads just don't want. They just don't want it. It's like I don't know. It's weird. I've messaged loads of people in the past or whatever, and like you'd be left on red, or you'd be or they wouldn't even open the message. You'd just they'd be unread, and it's just like, oh, okay. Like, oh, I guess that's the end of that. It's funny, but yeah, I'd love to talk to more cross dressers and trans folk as well, obviously. Just love to chat to more. Um, Michelle, I'd like to say thanks for the real answer. That sounds ominous, Ed. I'm going to say no bother. I don't know if that's good or bad. Obviously, text speak, you can never know with text fully. I mean, an emoji does help, but I know. Yeah. Was that the answer you were looking for? Were you happy with the answer? Were you disappointed? Were you over the moon? Were you underwhelmed? Yeah, please. I think I know the vibe, but yeah, no, just say it from the heart, really. Just say what I'm thinking, which is not usually a good policy to have. When to shut up sometimes is positive. Silence. Any more questions while I'm still live? By the way, because I've been streaming for 2 hours 10 minutes now, which is a bit mad. But yeah, we can go for another batch if you want. If there's any further questions that you want answers to, or anything like that. I just want to say thanks for giving real answers. You don't get much of this anymore. I get that. I get that. I think a lot of people kind of like they kind of play up to certain standards, maybe, or they don't want to give too much away, or whatever the reasons are. But yeah, you don't really get much in the way of what they're really thinking. Like a lot of people, like they'll answer questions, but they won't. They deep down they probably don't believe what they're saying, or like or whatever. But for me, like I just if I see a question, I'll answer it as honestly as I can, and yeah, just. But I'll caveat that by saying it's from my perspective. So, like, I'm not saying I'm the oracle of cross dressing or whatever. I'm far from it, But it's just like in my experience, or how I've dealt with this situation, how I've dealt with that. Just to kind of relay it and just kind of hopefully encourage people to kind of experience the positive aspects that come with dressing up. And yeah, that's effectively it. Like, I mean, there's no ego attached to this. There really isn't. Like, I play up on Instagram like this sassy nature or whatever, like, the sassy captions or whatever, like, but it's all good humor. Like, whether I'm actually that sassy in real life, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I like to think I am sometimes. Or even the titles on some of my videos, like, sassy queen and all that. It's just literally spur of the moment. I'm just thinking, right, okay, yeah, we're gonna go with that because I'm feeling that vibe. So yeah, look, I just answered it as truthfully as I can. You watching the Euros? I am indeed. I've watched a few games. I've not watched all the games. I was working Friday, so I missed Friday's one. And Saturday, what was Saturday's one that I watched? What was the Saturday one? I watched one on Saturday, but I can't remember. Oh no, I do remember Italy and Albania. That was yesterday. Well, Saturday. I watched that, and I watched Slovenia, Denmark, and Serbia, England tonight. And tomorrow, I'm sure who's playing tomorrow. I have to see. But yeah, I've been watching not all of the games, but some of the games. Well, you see, I have a whole thing about the group stage that is an unpopular opinion about the group stage, but England v Serbia was all right. It was, except the result. I really wanted Serbia to not lose, based purely from a rivalry perspective with England. Germany-Scotland was amazing. I missed that entire game. I was working for it, and by the time I finished, it was half time. I saw it was 3-0. I thought, yeah, I ain't watching that. So I like to watch games that have like some jeopardy in them, and you don't know what way it's going to go. Like obviously, a lot of the time you know how it's going to go, but a bit of jeopardy is nice. There might be a shock or whatever, but yeah. So hopefully some more interesting games. I do know Georgia are playing on Tuesday, so we definitely will be there for that one. They're playing Turkey, so come on, Georgia. And for the cheap seats at the back, Kavica Kvaratskhelia. I'm a fully paid member of that fan club. Kvaradonna. He's going to cook. I'll be very disappointed if he doesn't. Yeah. Tomorrow's Lukaku day. Lukaku. Yes, I remember that. Big Rom. So Belgium are playing tomorrow then. I can't tell you who they're playing. I'm so bad with this reading, like lately. Like I can't remember. Oh my god, what's going on? So bad. Like I do know Georgia Turkey is Tuesday, and then I know then from Wednesday then it's back into the second round of games. So I think Scotland are playing. Is it Wednesday? I think, and then England then are playing again on Thursday, and then So I do know that much. But yeah, no, it's just good to watch a few of the games and see like different teams that you normally wouldn't like. Spain, Croatia. Yes, I did watch this one as well. Actually, this was Saturday. Yes, yes. I was so disappointed with Croatia. I was like, oh no. I literally thought that was going to be a draw. But shows how much I know. I didn't factor in that Morata was just going to turn up, and Fabian Ruiz was also going to turn up. In fact, I didn't factor in that the entire Spain was going to turn up. I mean, they were pretty good. Even Morata scored. So I know which side of the fence you are actually with Alvaro Morata. I actually think he's actually all right. He's very good when he plays for Spain. He's one of these lads there that just turns up for the country, and the club, can't, won't play for the club. That's grand. I'll turn up for the country though. He's like, here's a blast from the past, and if any of you watching are into like football and you've been watching for a while, Alvaro Morata is pretty much like what Miroslav Klose was to Germany, like lit a monster for the country, but for the club, you could say like, yeah, a bit like not too great, like not as good for club as he was for country. So yeah, there you go. Morata is Spain's Miroslav Klose. I mean, he's probably not that far off because I think he had like, I think he got like, what he got like 30 odd goals for Spain, which is pretty decent. Like, I mean, I think anyway. Jesus. Lakaka is the other way around. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I mean, has he ever played good for Belgium? I can't remember off the top of my head. I mean, he's played good for Belgium if you're playing against him. Sometimes I remember was it the World Cup, not the last one, but the one before? Like he missed like 7 or 8 chances in the game, and it was just like, oh, you poor guy, like. But sometimes shy for both club and country. But yeah, he's actually been all right for club most of the time. He was really good with Inter, and who else was he really good with? He's been all right with Roma, I think. I think anyway. I haven't watched Roma that much, so I don't know. I mean, yeah, he was really good with Inter, but I remember like it was like when they were in the lockdown. I think it was like he was scoring like every week when there was nobody in the stadium, which was a bit mad. And then he just spoils himself with Inter. He kind of said, "Oh, I want to go to Juventus." I was like, "Man, you can't be saying that." Last World Cup, yes, that's the one. I think it was, yeah. Yeah. One of the games, he missed like 7 or 8 chances, and it was just like, oh, God. What a poor guy. And this has turned into like a really nice late night session about players that are good for their countries. I mean, when you're watching the Euros, it's, I mean, it really isn't as good without your country in it. And yeah, we're not in it. And, you can actually watch the games from some kind of form of neutrality to a degree. We all have our favorites in that. But yeah, it just, it's just any old tournament now. If Ireland were to know, it'd be a bit more kind of like a bit more exciting and everything. But yeah, we're a long way from that. We are not good. He was great at Inter, and for country, he was great until 1920. Yeah, you could have saved Ireland to qualification. Actually, I really couldn't. Like, I mean, the amount of chances that we were given to people. I mean, we couldn't like. There was one of the games there, like I think, who was it against? Like, it was actually Gibraltar. We were struggling bad against them. I think we were at home in one of the games. I think it was, and it took it took us an. I think it was. I'm going to say it was an hour. It was about 60, 65 minutes by the time we actually scored against them. And I just thought, yeah, this ain't gonna happen, is it? We ain't qualified. And then we got battered off. We got battered off Greece twice, and we got battered by France. Obviously, I mean, who's not getting battered by France? And I think Holland did us as well. There was one. There was one game. There was one game at the start against France that we did really well, but we still lost. And it was just like, yeah. Next one, guys, maybe. Do you watch this YouTuber, the Irish guy? Very funny lad. I've heard about him, and I don't know. I have this thing about Irish lads talking about football. That I don't know. It just hits a bit different, in a more cringe way. I don't know. I have heard of the guy, yes, but I don't watch his stuff regularly. Like if it pops up in the feed, I'll watch it. But yeah, just hearing an Irish accent talking about like just I don't know. He's in Newcastle, so Newcastle. What? Funny enough, I'm seeing a lot of them popping up in Ireland. Oh, I've been a Newcastle fan all my life. Oh, have you? Oh, okay. Was that pre-Saudi or post-Saudi? He's from there, actually. Ah, right. Okay. Well, that is different. Okay. So he was there pre-Saudi. Okay, that's great. Oh my god! Imagine that. I mean, I don't know. I've always kind of I've always followed football, but I've always kind of like tuned into some teams and then tune into others, and that. Like I've always had my local team, and I've always supported them. Like since the start, but they're not at any level that would be remotely near what like the likes of Newcastle or Arsenal or teams like that. Like they're nowhere near that level. But yeah, real Irish guy, Keno. Yeah, he's a very divisive character in this country. Actually, you either love him or you hate him, and that's yeah. There's a little insight into Ireland. Yeah, the stream said it all, hasn't it? I mean, it's gone from like, yeah. I mean, that's the fun part of these streams. You just never know. Like, I mean, this is hilarious. I mean, I had folk calling me out earlier, and now we're talking about the Irish guy on YouTube. And love it. It's hilarious. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am bursting for the toilet, and I think I'm going to make that my my exit strategy. I think. I don't know, unless you have a couple more questions. We can maybe we could do a quick fire round. Just plug them in, and then just see what it is. But yeah. And it doesn't have to be about football either. By the way, guys, you can veer back to the dressing. It's all good. But yeah, we can do a quick fire round, or unless you want me to answer in the proper Michelle Diaz way, which is waffling around and then getting to the point, we can do that as well. So it's entirely up to you. Actually, there is one subject that don't ask me about politics or elections and stuff. Geopolitics, yeah, I might maybe do a bit about that, because I actually do find geopolitics really like fascinating. Like, like why does this country hate this country, and why is this country getting along with that country and everything. I just find that fascinating. But like, if you ever ask me about like, oh, are you voting for Fianna Fáil in the next election or whatever, no. We will plan the date when we can stream together. Yes, actually, we will. We'll absolutely do that. It'd be great to chat to you in video form as well. Be nice, like, because we've been chatting a while, like, so might as well. Be good fun. I will be available at July. Depends on when in July, because I'm planning on heading away in July on a trip. So we'll obviously we'll plan around anyway. We'll message obviously. So that'd be cool. Be great to do it because like I've always wanted to chat to other dressers, and, get their kind of experience and their tips and everything like that, and just general conversation with them, like, because I think that, like, everybody has a different story, and it's nice to hear the stories. At least I think, anyway. I mean, I put up on Instagram yesterday of my background from other life, is that and yeah, it seemed to encourage some people that I've never chatted to before, like, were commenting on it, appreciative of it and that. So it's nice to kind of like read people's story and see how they got into it or whatever. And yeah, I love that aspect of it because everybody has a different story. Like, I mean, yeah, some aspects can overlap. Oh, I started dressing when I was 11 or 12 or with a pair of tights, whatever. But then, how did you evolve then? And at what pace then? It's that's where it starts to become different for different people. Like, I just love hearing about it. Like, so it's really nice. Pinstripe Man, hello, enjoying this chat. Well, thank you very much. I'm actually quite enjoying it as well. It's just been a nice chill stream for the most part. So glad you're enjoying, and yeah, feel free to send in any questions as well if you want. I'm just literally just rambling on at the moment, with no sense of purpose or anything. So, oh, it will be a long night if I get into my story. Well, actually, you'll have to tell me it, because I'm here for it. Maybe we'll do this on the stream. Yes, that's what we'll do. We'll do it on stream because it's a good. Like, I find it's a very good icebreaker with people. Like, how did you get into it, or have you been at it long, or what got you into it is effectively. It's always kind of it's interesting. Like, for me personally, it was a pair of heels. Of course, it was. My mother had these pink stiletto heels that I saw and I tried, and I just thought, yep, feeling this. And then it just progressed from there. Then moved on then to tights, dresses, and then I started getting my own stuff, and then started doing makeup. Then led me down that path, and now I'm here doing streams and posting videos on YouTube, and yeah. It's just a snowball effect. It starts off so innocently, and then it just goes whoosh. Before you know it, then you're dressing up fully and you're doing videos and everything with it. It's class. It's really good. Like, I really do enjoy it. I can never give it up. Never could give it up. Like, I mean, I've not that I've tried to give it up or anything, but I just couldn't. I'd be lost without it. Is one way of really saying it. I'd be lost without dressing. Like, genuinely would. So, started with heels as well. Oh, yes. So you know how it goes. Yeah, see, I've always maintained if my mother didn't have nice heels, I wouldn't have gotten into it, so the blame's on her. Are your ears pierced? No, they're not. No. I have, like, would I say a fear? Technically, I probably do. I have a fear of, like, needles and piercing. Yeah, I maybe if I was out cold, maybe I could get pierced then, and then I'll be all right. It's just the needles and skin and. I'm the same with blood as well, but I actually do have a phobia of blood. Sorry, my throat. I actually like it's so bad that like even talking about it is a bit like. So yeah, like now like little nicks and that like I'm grand with that, but it's like I'm like proper wounds and stuff. Yeah, change subject. Sorry. Now we're trapped, but kind of enjoying it. Yeah, I've been trapped in this for ages. I mean, trapped is like sounds like it's against your will. Like I mean, I'm doing this on my own accord, but I'm really loving it. But you can never escape it. That's what I was saying earlier as well on the stream. Is that like just to go back to what I was saying earlier about it, in case you missed it, is that we were talking about purging, and from chatting with people online about purging, the thing I can't escape is that like a lot of the time, once you purge, you'll be away for a while, and then you always come back. And it's literally something that you can't ever escape from is dressing up. And like even if how much you want to just purge, throw everything away, you always keep coming back, and it's literally like that. Like you never fully escape it, and it's pretty much like I love it anyway. I could never do that, but yeah, you never escape the overdressing, and I wouldn't have it any other way. There, I've said it. Wouldn't have it any other way. I feel more cute when I put a nice flower dress. Oh, I love it. I love a good flowery dress. I have a nice one there. I haven't worn in ages, but I must do. I'll definitely wear it on the next stream because it's cute. Like I really do love it. So flowery dresses, yes, I'm with you there. Absolutely. Simon, good morning, Michelle. Have a good week and good night, everyone. Thank you, Simon. Thank you very much for stopping by. It was a pleasure to have you. Some really good questions. Thank you very much. You've been as much a part of the stream as anybody that has been putting in questions. I've really appreciated it. And yeah, have a nice sleep. And yeah, we'll probably do this again soon. Don't know when exactly, but I think it kind of helps when you give a bit of notice. I kind of decided on Thursday or Friday that I was going to do a stream tonight, so I just put it up there and just like, right, okay, we're setting that time aside. And yeah, so I'll probably do a bit of planning, see what the week has to offer, and probably do at some stage. That'd be nice. So good night, Simon. In fact, I'm probably thinking about saying good night myself. I'm bursting for a wee, so I don't know. I think we'll probably end it there, guys. I mean, we've been going for 2.5 hours, so it's been pretty good. So I think in that regard, I think it'll be time to bid you good night because it's 10 to 1. 10 to 1 over here, and yeah, that's getting late. Can we see the full outfit? Yes, you can see the full outfit. How rude of me about to end the stream without showing the full outfit. I'm not sure if the camera's going to show that. Maybe. See, the problem about being tall. And you see, I don't know if it picks up the color. It's effectively just a classic black dress and awesome boots. I love these boots. They're magnificent. So yeah, exactly. Us tall girls have to adjust the camera all the time because it's probably easier on the phone because it's that way. But yeah, always have to adjust it, and it's it's just a price we have to pay for being over 6 foot. Yeah. Well, you seem to enjoy that one anyway, so I'll take a few photos of this outfit anyway and see what I can do for that. So anyway, guys, I'm going to head off. Thank you very much for joining. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all for putting in the comments and everything, and thank you all for sticking around and just having a good laugh. I really did enjoy that. We will do this again soon. I will have a video next week. There wasn't a video this week because of I was doing this, and I thought, right, okay, we'll do that. I did upload a short, but you know the shorts they're just show off. You prefer the videos anyway, but yeah, thank you very much, and we shall see you in the next one. Enjoy the week and good night.